Women pay me to dominate them, to excite them, to make them come. I did not start out like this. No, to the contrary. I started out as a lawyer. But in my late 30s, I became obsessed with making women happy. It began as a mission of sorts, but then I got involved in it. I got very good at it. Kind of brilliant. It was my art. I started getting paid for it. It was as if I had found my calling. I wore outrageous outfits when I dominated women. Lace and silk and leather. And I used props. Whips, handcuffs, rope, dildos. There was nothing like this in tax law. There were no props, no excitement, and I hated those blue corporate suits. Although I wear them now from time to time in my new line of work, and they weren't quite lacy. There were no props in corporate law, no wetness, no dark, mysterious foreplay, no erect nipples, no delicious mouths, but mainly, there was no moaning. Not the kind I'm talking about anyway. This was the key I see now. Moaning was the thing that ultimately seduced me and got me addicted to making women happy. When I was a little girl, and I would see women in the movies making love, making strange orgasmic moaning noises, I used to laugh. I got strangely hysterical. I couldn't believe that big, outrageous, ungoverned sounds like that came out of women. I longed to moan. I practiced in front of my mirror, on a tape recorder, moaning in various keys, various tones. But always, when I played it back, it sounded fake. It was fake. It wasn't rooted in anything sexual, really, only in my desire to be sexual. But then, when I was 10, I had to pee really badly once on a car trip. It went on for almost an hour, and when I finally got to pee in this dirty little gas station, it was so exciting, I moaned. I moaned as I peed. I couldn't believe it, me, moaning in a Texaco station in the middle of Louisiana. I realized right then that moans are connected with not getting what you want right away, with putting things off. I realized moans were best when they caught you by surprise. They came out of this hidden, mysterious part of you that was speaking its own language. I realized that moans were, in fact, that language. I became a moaner. It made most men anxious. Frankly, it terrified them. I was loud and they couldn't concentrate on what they were doing. They'd lose focus. Then they would lose everything. We couldn't make love in people's homes. The walls were too thin. I got a reputation in my building, and people stared at me with contempt in the elevator. Men thought I was too intense. Some called me insane. I began to feel bad about moaning. I got quiet and polite. I made noise into a pillow. I learned to choke my moan and hold it back like a sneeze. I began to get headaches and stress-related disorders. I was becoming hopeless when I discovered women. I discovered that most women loved my moaning. But more importantly, I discovered how deeply excited I got when other women moaned, when I was responsible for other women moaning. I made love to quiet women, and I found this place inside them, and they shocked themselves in their moaning. I made love to moaners, and they found a deeper, more penetrating moan. It was a kind of surgery, a kind of delicate science, finding the tempo, the exact location or home of the moan. That's what I called it. Sometimes I found it over a woman's jeans. Sometimes I snuck up on it, off the record, quietly disarming the surrounding alarms and moving in. Sometimes I used force, but not violent, oppressive force. More like dominating. I'm going to take you someplace. Don't worry, lay back and enjoy the ride. Kind of force. Sometimes it was simply mundane. I found the moan before things even started, while we were eating salad or chicken. Just casual, just right there with my fingers. Here it is, like that. Real simple in the kitchen, all mixed in with balsamic vinegar. Sometimes I used props. I loved props. Sometimes I made the woman find her own moan in front of me. I waited, stuck it out until she opened herself. I wasn't fooled by the minor, more obvious moans. No, I pushed her further, all the way into her power moan. There's the clit moan. The vaginal moan. The combo clit vaginal moan. There's the almost moan. The right on it moan. Oh, yeah! The elegant moan. The great slick moan. Oh, yeah! The wasp moan. The Jewish moan. No. The African American moan. Oh, shit! The Irish Catholic moan. Oh, forgive me. Oh, forgive me! The mountaintop moan. Oh, yeah. Yodeling. The baby moan. Good girl. The doggy moan. The uninhibited militant bisexual one. Oh, yeah, fuck, yeah. The machine gun one. Oh. Richard Zinn moan. The diva moan. The college moan. I should be studying. And finally, the surprise triple orgasm moan.
This piece was performed for some time without any mention of birth. This was a bizarre omission, but then again the male journalist recently asked what's the connection. Our author Eve Ensler was present for the birth of her granddaughter. She was in all of Vagina's before that moment, but she's in deep worship now.
I was there when her vagina opened. We were all there, her mother, her husband, and I. And the nurse from Ukraine, with her whole hand up there in her vagina, feeling and turning with her rubber glove, as she talked casually to us, like she was turning on a loaded faucet. I was there in the room when the contractions made her crawl on all fours, made unfamiliar moans leak out of her pores, and still there, after hours, when she just screamed suddenly, wild, her arms striking at the electric air.